To the north. I think we
to
have
the Awakener.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, at this point, I'm gonna be looking at everyone. Just, do we have any? Do you think we have time for a rest? I hurt.
I think
so bad.
I think. How long are these underwater breathing potions going to last us?
I think they were mostly like 24
8
hours. You guys have
for-
plenty of time.
for
Yeah.
Yeah, if we have time breathing, I say we can sit down and rest.
Do we have a sense that it'll be like an hour trip there?
Based on all of this, you don't know how far north it is, but you think it'll be under 4 hours, probably significantly less than 4 hours, but that'd be like the max.
Could like we create a little raft that the steed can pull us on while we rest?
Yeah,
Maybe.
sure. Why not? Actually, here, you find behind this little ridge area that there's some leftover construction materials from the weapon, and a few of those are some kind of bits of driftwood that are just big enough that you could cobble them together and make a little thingy.
Speaking of, I go up to this mechanism. What was it?
It's been destroyed now. You really can't tell. You would have to ask those who were part of its construction.
Which
Let's
these
ask the
crabs wouldn't have
Awakener.
known anything. Yeah.
Probably
And
not.
they're all dead, so.
That
Okay.
There's not like a magical mechanism to it that had shattered. It blew up. It's everywhere.
I had to use all but one of my hit die to heal up.
I'm
Wow.
going to
So bad.
I'm going to do remember we had talked about me being able to regain sorcery points on a short rest.
Yes.
So I'll roll because I don't need health. I have a
Oh,
little
for
bit,
short
but I'm
resting.
fine. So I'll make some spell slots and then roll for sorcery points back as we're traveling.
Perfect. Sounds good. I'm pulling up a quick thing here.
I'll do.
Where-
Is anyone healing up after a short rest?
I don't need to.
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Because I was going to
Like, I'm
say,
taking-
if you want, I can, because I still have 6 more treats I can make to give you an extra 1d8 hit points
Yeah, I'll do
of
that.
healing. Who needs it?
Of healing, I thought it was 10 hit points.
No, this is just healing.
Yeah, I know, I don't need it.
I can take it if you're just making it anyway.
Yeah. You heal 8.
Nope.
All right. Well, after a short rest and being pulled along by the steed, you guys
Just quickly make Kastan a snack.
Hey, it's that crab we just killed. I'm just like,
You're just so proud. You're just like running up to talk to me about how dope that was.
vengeance tastes good.
We had to have been using hit dice to heal to have the snack.
Um.
I believe that's how it works.
Yes, you do.
Oh,
Actually.
then never mind. I can't do
Okay,
that.
sorry. Never mind.
No, you're cool.
This is the first time I've used this ability, so
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just sitting there on the raft with my my arms and legs crossed. I'm just like focusing and just like putting my magic back into myself, and then
Nice.
just kind of like meditating in a sense. I get my 2 second level spell slots back, and then I got my sorcery points back too with 2 hit dice.
Nice.
But
And
as
at
you're like
this
trying to
point-
meditate, you just hear.
Love it.
You do that
Love
thing
it.
where you try to do it slow so you think
Yeah.
it's quiet, but it's worse.
Yep. Just fish a mile away here.
Verica somehow cast shatter.
Stop copying me.
Well, as you guys start heading north after a rest of recuperating, as you move north and the water gets slowly darker and the ocean floor slowly and smoothly descends, you guys do notice some small schools of fish and even a couple small like squids and octopi moving around. So it looks like wildlife's feeling comfortable coming back into this area. Kastan, with speak to animals and detect thoughts, would you be able to hear them thinking?
Detect thoughts isn't going anymore.
Cool. But you could attempt to talk to some if you wanted, but they look like pretty small fish, pretty low intelligence. They're not going to have much to say probably. But you
Yeah,
guys,
I mean,
fish
I'm
named
listening
Fish.
to the local gossip, but I'm not working in on what's going on. I'm not having a conversation. I'm out for blood right now, and I really just need to find this Awakener.
okay. Well, as you guys move further north, about an hour and a half goes by, and this ocean floor is slowly descending, but then suddenly it comes to a place where it kind of drops off into a much lower depth, kind of a continental shelf of sorts. So the depth suddenly gets a lot further down. Do you guys want to continue going further into the? It gets much darker, obviously, as you go deeper here. From the
Yes.
underwater lights.
Are we gonna be able to come up magically? Or am I gonna have to climb this?
I could get you guys back up.
Okay.
It's a good
Then
point.
yeah,
Yes.
I jump over the cliff.
Okay. Well, due to the water, you don't take damage as you fall, even though
Yeah.
you go down like a solid, probably
Yeah.
500 feet. It gets pretty
Oh
deep.
my god!
Yeah, this is a pretty big
Okay,
continental
wow.
shelf. And down here at the ocean floor, as you guys go lower, it is much more rivulated. So there are these little trenches that the turtles spoke of. So as you're going forward, I do need everyone to make perception checks, please.
Do we need dark vision down here, or is there still enough light to see by?
I'm casting light on my shield for sure.
Yes,
Okay.
otherwise you wouldn't
Alright.
need dark vision because it is
I
quite
got a
dark down here.
flashlight. Yeah.
25.
Nice, okay.
Ooh, not great.
If it wasn't for disadvantage, I'd have a nat 20,
Oh,
but
Oof.
it's a 23.
Nice.
Either way.
how are you rolling so many nat 20s this session? It's
I
awesome.
don't know, but I'm not
We're
allowed
wasting them
them.
all. Then we get the challenging deadly encounter down here. We're not gonna roll any. I'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kastan realizes how tired he is after that short rest. He's like, wow, I really haven't slept.
And wait, so Vergus got a 26. Kastan, what was your disadvantage end of
25.
roll? 25. sorry.
23.
Oh, okay. And
I got
Tide, what
a
was yours?
9. A 9.
And 5.
So, Tide, have you ever been this deep underwater before?
I'm sure. Like I've been
Okay.
this deep. Maybe not this play, obviously, but
Yeah,
like
not
I've
the
been in
same place,
I've
but-
been in deep water.
Okay, so you're not bothered by it, but you're kind of just looking around and being like, well,
Like,
you don't see this every day, beautiful ocean floor this deep down. But Kastan and Verkus, you're a little bit
Place could use a moon.
this could use a move. Eremos, Kastan, and Verkus are a little bit frightened by being in this very alien environment deep under the sea. But Kastan and Verkus, you notice some movement up ahead, moving towards you guys, but just the way it's moving around looks very non-threatening.
I imagine up till this point, like Dalatar was like swimming kind of with us, and then on
I don't think Dalatar came with you. He stayed.
Dalatar
Yeah.
stayed behind.
Right.
Yeah, him and Dalatina
Right.
stayed back at the reef.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, then
Remember, the code
Olive's,
word is Dalatina, not Dalatar.
yes, yeah. Olive's just been holding on to Kastan's hair and like floating behind his head the whole time.
Olive
Please-
can't
please
breathe
tell me-
underwater.
Olive has a
Olive
little
is
like
fine.
sandy, like a little like bubble around her head.
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Underwater
yeah, yeah.
suit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been
Olive-
envisioning this whole time.
Yeah, good.
Olive can
Me
thrive
too.
in any environment. Do not ever worry about Olive.
Good.
She's a resilient, good little girl.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, you guys see as it gets closer what is a pretty non-threatening sized octopus moving towards you guys very non-threateningly. And Kastan, you have speak with animals active, correct?
Yes.
So
Can I like shape water a little platform? It's a 5-foot I think I can do I think 2 of those so that we can like stand and stop singing. Like if we're
yes,
about to talk to this thing.
yes, you certainly can. So it comes over and the 3 of you besides Kastan hear just kind of its little beak. You can barely hear it like chittering, but Kastan, you hear it go, "Hello, land dwellers. Are you safe here? This is not a place for you."
We are safe here. We come seeking the Awakener.
The Awakener? Is that strange abomination that the crabs have been going to and the shrimp?
I think that's only a head.
Yeah, apparently it's only a head with tentacles.
Oh, I have not gotten close enough to behold it myself, but certainly,
Behold.
Yeah, I don't like that word choice.
certainly whatever it is, it's been causing quite a lot of chaos down here. Are the
Well, I
turtles
aim to
all
take
right?
care of it. The
I've
turtles
spoke-
are fine now.
Good. I've spoken to some crabs, and they've gotten quite zealous and strange of late.
We've noticed, and though it may not be their fault, we have been taking care of it. Should they, well, at every turn they've turned to violence, so at every chance.
Indeed, ever since this Awakener came, they have turned quite violent.
I think
I'm
it's
not.
important for us to take care of this Awakener for the sake and safety of the crabs as well as everything else.
Yes. Well, is there any information I can give you? I can help take you to where it is. I haven't gotten super close, but I know roughly where it's located.
I think that would be of great assistance. And is there anything else we need to know about this, guys?
How big is the size of the force? Like, how many other crabs are we going to be dealing with?
I'm not entirely sure. I'll tell you what I know if it may be helpful. I know that their army that they assembled marched south and went up into the highlands towards the reef that the turtles live in. I don't know what's become of them. You're coming from their direction, but there's probably a couple hundred crabs around them, but not too many more than that. Whatever this, you called it an Awakener? I'm not sure what it is, but ever since it arrived, yes, I remember there was some sort of craft it came down on after a very strange night where something pierced the water and there was much temperature change. It was quite dangerous, and I knew some fish who were burned or some who perished, but the crabs came to investigate, and ever since then they've been acting quite strange, doing unnatural things, and then they heard wind from some fish about some kind of new weapon-making technology not long ago, and ever since then it's really aided their war effort. Quite a turn of events. It's been a very hectic couple of days down here in the ocean.
We aim to help smooth things out once more.
Good. Well, that is all I know. Come follow me. I hope you can tend with whatever this, you call it an Awakener. Let's hope you can change it. I miss the old way of things. It was much simpler and calmer down here.
I would imagine. It seems pretty peaceful down here, and very few inhabitants from what we can see, though I guess we can't see as far as we should be able to. But please lead us onward, and if there's possibility of maybe a less direct route to this Awakener, that might be best.
Yes. Well, the floor down here is constantly shifting, but due to the rocks underneath the sands, there are a few tunnels, or not so much tunnels, valleys that stay somewhat regular. I think this Awakener is within one of those. Would you like to follow me, and we can take a kind of route that goes around, and maybe we'll let you come upon it from a more high angle, so you can kind of have some element of surprise. That's what I use when I'm hunting small crustaceans. So
clever.
He does
work.
An 8 tentacle shrug, like yes.
8 tentacle shrug.
Just all of his arms, just kind of.
And plenty of crab meat to compensate you for your guidance. And I pull out like 3 crabs and just like lay them down on the ocean floor.
Ooh, that's delicious. I usually go for much smaller mollusks, but I've had crab meat once or twice. It was quite delectable. I suppose I'll have some of this. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Have you ever tried it with butter?
What is butter?
It's not now. This entire worldview of this creature. Where is it going to get butter down here?
I have tasted the buttery nectar of the gods, and now nothing in my world can sustain me like that taste.
Wait, okay, no, hold on. We have become gods.
You guys have now just become gods.
Welcome to what's going on. Yes.
I call God of cooking.
We're not actually gods, Verkus. Don't perpetuate this. They
God,
will
chef,
believe
save
us.
your giants.
Oh, God. Oh gosh, what was I going to say? Yeah, lead the way.
We're gonna put the Awakener to rest.
Well, the octopus goes, very well, follow me. And he leads you through the dark water, and as you guys go, Tide, I'm glad you're able to cast those little shape waters to keep you guys from sinking in this ocean floor. And those of you who are swimming or going along, you guys travel for about another 45 minutes and kind of go northeast and then kind of arc back around west to kind of make a flanking movement towards wherever this is. You go to an area where there are lots of big kind of trenches is a generous term, but just big dips in the ocean floor. And you finally come towards one where up ahead you see kind of where the ground goes down. And coming out of it this is the first plant life you've seen at this depth. There are a bunch of just like big, long, like underwater vines just kind of doing this. And Eremos, I'm glad you asked about the pressure. Due to the magical potions you have, you guys are safe. If you guys were using non-magical means, that would be an issue. You'd have to do certain things to make sure you don't get, what is it, diverticulitis or whatever when you come up from the oxygen in your blood, but that because you're using magic, it won't be an issue.
Diverticulitis is a very different thing and not good. My mom has it. It's
I'm
great.
sorry.
It's
I hear
good.
the word diver in it, and it makes me think. What's the thing where you go down and you don't decompress as you come up?
It's diver something.
It's the bends. Yeah,
the bends.
That's
decompression sickness is the
decompression
medical term.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought that was some medical sounding term like diverticulitis, but yeah, diverticulitis is like a
Intestinal
thing.
disorder.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hyacinth disease.
It's not always.
This word.
It's not always intestinal, but it's yeah.
Well,
diverticulitis is rough.
Yeah.
Like for my mom, she can't. She essentially can't really digest anything that can be considered sharp. So like popcorn kernels.
Oh no.
Nuts of any
Peanuts,
kind. Yeah. So all of that, she's been hospitalized multiple times because of that kind of stuff. So she has to really watch what she eats.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, JK,
well, you guys, due to magic, are at zero risk of that or of oxygen in your blood. Divers, the decompression stuff. So you guys are fine with the depth, thankfully. But yes, you guys see these little like vines just floating in the water coming out of this area, and the octopus kind of stops and goes, "I think it's down there. Best of luck to you all. I hope you're victorious. Thank you for the crab meat. It is good."
I give him one.
They
more
bear witness to our victory, and you can have all the crab meat of the fall.
Oh, absolutely. What do I call you for, saviors from the great ascension up in the land?
We do need a band name.
Yeah, we haven't
decided on a group name.
We've never decided on a group name.
The four of you travel to places that your kind can never go, and you don't have a group name. What is this?
That's not true. Didn't we call ourselves the Bloody Bubs?
No.
Let's.
I think we should.
He's just looking at you guys, just floating with his arms.
We'll have to sit on this, but for now, just remember us as the four beings who came here to get rid of this Awakener that's been disrupting your waters.
The four buttery beings. Your name shall go down in legend.
Not.
You're not the buttery beings. No.
Best of luck, buttery beings, and he floats off into the darkness.
That's what you get for introducing these things to Butter.
Butter ruins civilizations. We all know this to be true.
Yeah.
Look at the Midwest.
Well, does anyone have any spells active, such as detect magic or anything such as that?
Yeah, I think I would make it an effort to keep it going as we're getting closer.
You are 30 feet from the edge. You do detect some kind of magic on these vines that are just floating lifelessly in the water.
Are they actually vines?
Seems like there may be some spell to like bring them to life potentially, but they do look like actual vines.
Is there anything I see?
Just the vines. You guys can't see into the little like ocean trench.
How far down into the trench is it to go face to face with this thing?
You can't tell because of the vines. You can't really see them. They're pretty thick.
How high up do they go?
So you guys are, I figure, about 30 feet from the edge of this little like trench area. Based on how you were moving around here and based on talking to the octopus, you're guessing that this trench is about 80 feet wide and kind of it runs kind of north-south. for a while, but the kind of thickest part here is about 80 feet wide. You guys are about 30 feet from the edge. Based on what you've seen so far down here, it probably doesn't go more than 40 feet deep at the bottom of it. So that's kind of the rough dimensions of it. And these vines are up to 8 feet from above the edge of it. So not super high, but they're enough to obscure what's inside.
I have my little squid familiar scout around because I can see through and hear through. I get to squid here. I suppose they do.
Yeah, sure. Or whatever the underwater equivalent of that is. So let me draw you a quick map of roughly what you're seeing. Actually, no, it'll be easier for me to describe it. So you see a trench that runs. If he kind of goes.
Honestly, I love it, Kastan. Sorry.
Oh, you're
what? Oh.
What? Oh, the Faded Four. That's good.
Yeah.
So I figure your octopus would kind of go up and over and then go down into the vines to scout.
It would definitely go around first and then try to get close. If it's safe, I would go into them if it's not being attacked by it.
Yeah, so first
I'm
going
gonna
up and... Oh, go ahead.
touch the octopus as it swims away and give it guidance.
Nice. So yeah, as it first goes up, no need to roll a perception check. You can see that this trench runs a couple 100 feet north-south, and it does get wider up to about 80 feet, and kind of forming a almost perfect sphere in the center of that wideness is just this mass of vines. It's almost a perfect circle, which is very strange, and it is obscuring just that entire area with these vines that are just hanging up out of the water. So you don't have any line of sight deeper down in there, but roughly in the center, there is a little bit of slight kind of gold light emanating. Similar light to what was in that device, the weapon.
I'm going. Go ahead.
I was saying, if it floats down into the vines, does it see anything?
It sees a little bit of movement with its passive perception and factoring in that guidance. It seems like there might be some crabs flitting about, but they're all kind of like hiding from the octopus. They're not acting aggressive, weirdly.
Oh, they're hiding from whatever is inside these.
No, they're hiding from your octopus.
Oh, the octopus. Oh, my little octopus. Yeah, mine's a little squid thing. Yeah,
or a little squid thing. Sorry. And here's Amos is just fast asleep. Fast asleep. Love it.
I let everyone know what I see.
I'm gonna have holding on to Tavus's dorsal fin swim up above the vines to see if I can scope anything and just get a chance. If I can do that like stealthily as well. I know I'd be like kind of out in the open, but
you can, but there's no need to roll for it. So these vines are thick enough you really can't see what's in there, but nothing's coming to attack you. You don't see any concerning movement. It just seems like whatever's in there is really concealed by all these vines. So that's kind of its layer of protection.
Okay.
Well,
really quick. Whenever you guys want to take a 5 or 10 minute break, is whenever we're just kind of going. So
yeah, I think as soon as you reveal what it is, then we can take the break. That's what I've been waiting for.
Okay.
Yeah. My squid will just keep going. Does it land? Does it touch anything? Does it run into another squid? Like,
so as it starts going down, if it starts going into the vines, like about 10 or 15 feet,
yeah, that's what I'm assuming. It's like if it's going to gather around, okay, it's safe. It's just going to try getting closer and closer into a threat.
Okay, then like a dozen crabs would kind of come out from behind these vines with their little spears and go, go away. You're not welcome here. Go away.
I can't speak through it, so I have something I can do to attack these things.
Shocking
yeah, and I'm thinking if it's electric, it'll do a little AoE kind
I
of situation. But like, yeah, it's just more of these crabs, right? I mean, I was like, I wish I could question these crabs. I'm looking through my squid. My squid's just like,
do it.
Yeah, they're not attacking the squid, but they're kind of just like, hey,
they're like
back away. Hey,
they're like defending the area.
Yeah.
I think my squid would just puff away as I dismiss it when they say that, just to throw them off. I always keep them guessing.
Yeah. You kind of hear them go, wait, where'd it go? Hey.
Just throw them off a little bit.
If you guys are ready to engage with this, I know we don't know that much about it. I could buff us all and we can go.
I I'm just like, I don't know. I'm a little wary of becoming murder hobo-y. I'm just like, nothing has necessarily attacked us yet.
Right.
But
Right.
like, this thing could be bad. It's been
I
bad this whole
could-
time. They're obviously not good, but like, I'm surprised these crabs haven't attacked immediately, is I think what's throwing me off.
Right. Same.
But also,
the
it's just a squid.
crabs.
Like,
I could also approach the crabs and talk to them, essentially saying, like, take me to the Awakener. I demand to see him.
I can do that and keep my squid on your shoulder so that I can keep everyone in tabs with what's going on, so we can move in when we have to.
I like that idea.
You question the crabs because I can't question the crabs.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
What
that's
do you
a
want me
great
to
idea.
question them, though? Like, what?
Well, this wants to go away. Why? Like, is the Awakener here? Like, I think you're demanding seeing the Awakener might trigger whatever needs to happen.
Great. Yeah. So I'll have your squid on my head, as is my custom.
Just
just
pumping.
like
It's just pumping guidance into you.
its tentacles on my face, just gripped so hard. And then yeah, I'll just swim on up. I'm assuming you guys are at like a safe distance, 30, 60 feet, something like that.
30-ish, yeah. Look closer, maybe if we can stealth in closer.
And yeah, I'll just slowly approach the crabs in the direction that Tide has directed me.
So yeah, as you're going in through these vines, and again, the vines aren't doing anything. You just have to kind of swipe them out of the way as you go, but you do come to a group of about a dozen crabs, and there's one that it's kind of floating there, and instead of a spear like most of them have, it has like a little like piece of driftwood that's like it's been polished into a little staff, and it has a few tiny coral shells and a little necklace around it, and it goes, "Stop there, land dweller. What brings you here?"
The absolute.
Curiosity at best. The absolute.
We figured it out.
You feel a symbol etched into its face.
We are not sponsored.
You feel authority.
No sponsor.
Hi, Lariat Studios. We need a sponsor. No.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, it's, curiosity at best. I would wonder, why is it we can't come in?
You have not been summoned by the Awakener, therefore your curiosity has no need here. Go back to whence you came from.
This Awakener.
The Awakener only summons, it does not take appointments.
And if I were to continue, what would you be able to do to stop?
You would face consequences, so don't go away.
I shoot one of them.
Roll an attack, please.
Vengeance cast on.
I know. I'm like, hold on. I look
Cast
down
on
at my
Wick.
sword.
Cast
I'm like,
on
wait,
Wick.
is my sword still with me?
It's the three of us sitting here, and I'm just like, oh shit, he's shooting a crab. Like,
That's a 16 to hit for a total of 17 damage.
Oh my god.
Okay, you kill one of the crabs. It just like falls into like 5 different pieces as your arrow goes through it. And the crabs around you go, ah, and they all scatter.
Great, and I continue to meet this Awakener. I signal to them through the octopus, like, come on, guys.
So as Castan Wick goes into the
Just on Wick.
goes into the vines there.
Castan Wick.
Oh,
Yeah, I move forward, still clutching the dorsal fin so I don't have to put too much effort.
okay. Well, as you guys go through the weeds, as you get further down, they get slightly less dense. There's a little more open space. You guys can tell you're getting towards the bottom of this tunnel, and you see up ahead there is you can see the floor of the trench now. It's not as sandy as the rest of the ocean floor. It's a little more rocky and kind of bigger chunks, and it looks a little bit like it's freshly disturbed. But there at the bottom, kind of on a piece of rock, you do see in a little glowing, shimmering diamond of magic the head of a mind flare. Just a decapitated head with 4 tentacles, purple skin, just sitting there, and it looks up at you and goes, "Why have you come here?"
Are all 4 of us here now?
I assume so.
Mhm.
Okay.
Kastan certainly sees this.
What are you doing here?
I have a mission to accomplish, and you are getting in the way of it. Leave now. I am trying to save us all.
What mission is this? What are you saving us from?
You must not know the true nature yet, lest you resist or try to champion it in your own way and ruin things. Be gone. This is not your business.
What kind of insight check can we do on this?
Yeah, I was
how
like, can I
serious is it
insight check
about?
this? Like,
It would just be a very high DC insight check.
Like, how is it? Does it believe? I mean, I'm assuming it believes it's doing good, but like,
I'm gonna do guidance.
yeah, no, I rolled a
this.
3.
What was that, Vicus?
So
26 insight.
Oh, okay.
Good, because I also rolled a 3.
Natural 19. So 26.
10.
Nice. So Tide and Kastan are like, oh,
This thing
Eremos,
is crazy.
what you got, Eremos?
I'm just taking it at its word.
Okay. Verkus, as you hear this thing talk, you just the way its eyes and tentacles are moving and its head, you don't fixate so much on the words, but just the way it's speaking, it almost feels like this thing's being puppeted by something else. So you've probably heard stories of people who've claimed to encountered mind flayers, and they tend to be a lot more cryptic and withholding. So the fact that this one's just speaking to you guys, something feels weird about it.
It's also not talking to us telepathically.
No, it's just speaking with its mouth in common.
I think at that point I would cast Detect Thoughts again. That would be my last second level spell slot, but
I've used all my first level spell slots, yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts and try and like really dig into this mind player's head.
Okay, let me look at the verbiage on your Detect Thoughts. I need to check one thing really quick.
Sure.
So it's within 30 feet of you. So you do initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature. So it just as you cast it, you feel fear, desperation, curiosity, and anger.
I'm gonna dig deeper.
Okay.
It needs to make the 16 wisdom save, please.
Perfect. Let me pull that up here really quick. It rolled a nat 20.
Silvery barbs.
Oh,
okay.
Oh,
Nice.
Give
It rolled a 7. So okay.
Nice.
So
I will give that advantage to Eremos.
nice.
Oh yeah.
So Kastan, as you go in, suddenly you are able to see this thing's full mind. You see the shattered remnants of the mind of what was once a mind flayer, but has now been taken over by something else. Something that is not quite sentient. So the fact that it's using the shards of this mind flayer's consciousness, it's very confused and it's very desperate and it's very strained and barely holding it together. But this thing is sitting there saying, it's almost babbling incoherently. It's saying, it's coming, it's coming, it's going to take everything, it's going to consume everything, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. I need to arm these creatures and make them strong. I need to eradicate the weak ones and let the strong ones take over. That's the only hope of survival for this world. It's coming,
Can I
it's
see
coming,
what
it's coming.
panicking about? Like what it is, or
it's just darkness, just a void when you focus on that part of it. Just an all-consuming darkness. And as soon as you try to do that, whatever this consciousness is tries to move away from that very fearfully. It struggles and writhes against that.
What is it? What is coming? Where is it coming from?
So you're able to now kind of feel this consciousness. It kind of almost latches onto you, not in a threatening way, but it kind of goes, okay, you're here. You see what I'm doing. Stop. Don't get in the way. Please go away.
You need to stop arming these crabs.
I didn't arm them. I taught them magic, and then they found someone who told them how to make arms, and I sent them on the warpath. It's good. It's the only way to do it.
No, it really isn't.
They're taking the weaker species and subjugating them or annihilating them. It's the only path to supremacy. We have to do it.
only
If your
path
whole
to
thing is
supremacy.
supremacy, then I have a
Supremacy for the
problem
living
with what you're-
creatures in this world, or else it's going to take them, it's going to consume them all, and it'll just be nothingness. Just like what you see me see. I've seen the darkness. That's why I came here. I'm trying
What
to
is
protect
it?
everyone. I don't know.
Is it something we will take it on? Stop having these crabs go
You
on
can't
the
take it on.
warpath.
No one can. We have to be stronger. We're not strong enough right now. Nothing in this world is strong enough. I have to make it strong. This
Then
might be the
make-
last vestige before it takes everything. Everything.
Then make
us
strong.
stronger.
You feel it thinking, and it goes, potentially. These creatures are simpler, so if I make them stronger, I can control how they evolve. You're already more evolved, so there's more risk of failure, but potentially higher reward. I need to think about this. Wait, let me think.
I'll use my telepathy to just like assail it with the images of what we've done so far on our journey, with escaping the Mound of Mulcurian and taking on everything that happened in there, dealing with the goblins in that very first city and escaping the wretched riders, taking on the couple wretched riders that we've taken on so far.
We killed 5 of them.
Is it the same darkness if you share that? Like, is it that same kind of void feeling that, like, if you,
I don't know.
Oh, you mean the void from like the weapons in the Mound of Mulcarian?
or like the Wretched Riders, or like, yeah, it's like, if he's sharing like our experiences, do any of them match this same darkness that
They do not.
the thing is feeling?
They do not. But this thing sees everything you're giving it, and it goes, interesting. A new perspective. Perhaps, maybe, well, I would need assurances. Images, experiences, memories, these can all be tainted. These can all be changed. I need to know that you're strong enough. I need to know that you're a real hope. Will you prove to me your value? Will you do it?
Yes, if it means safety for the environment here in the reef, absolutely.
The deal though is that you stop subjugating the smaller beings and you let the crabs live their past lives.
I'm not against you teaching these wildlife magic or evolving them in a say, but like committing them to taking out other species. Why not just spread the knowledge further than limit it to a few to eradicate the others?
Because time is of the essence. It's coming. It's going to consume
How
everything. It's
soon?
coming. I don't know. Over these distances, time is hard to calculate. There's all kinds of variables. There's dilation. I can't.
Are we talking turtle time dilation?
The tentacles kind of go up and it goes, "What's turtle time dilation?"
It's
we don't have
rough.
time for that right now.
Yeah.
Yes, time is of the essence. I don't know that I can reverse what's already been done to the crabs, but if I give you the power, I can certainly stop spreading it because my mission will be done. And also, if you take on the power that I bring, which is minimal and limited, I would cease to be a force in this world as it is. So
then I would
really
need
matter.
you to summon all of the crabs so they can witness this transference of power.
I'd like to know, you're not what we're looking at. What exactly are you?
Can you let me reach into your minds so I can understand what words to use to convey to you what I am?
I would say Kastan already has a link with it at this point.
Yeah.
Feel free.
Okay, so it kind of probes into Kastan's mind. Kastan, I do need you to make a wisdom saving throw as it does this, because it does get a little aggressive as it reaches into your brain, into your mind.
Okay.
Like, settle down.
Do I get?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Yeah,
Okay, just want to be sure.
Yeah, that's smart.
Shoulder to shoulder.
That is going to be a total of 17.
So with the 17, you don't take any damage, but it is able to kind of invasively search out your thoughts and memories, which you don't like. But it does kind of back off after a couple seconds, and it goes, okay, I come from somewhere far away, somewhere very far away. And when I arrived...
Plane?
Not that. No, not like where you're from. A place that you can look up and see from here, but very, very, very far away. When you look up outside of the water, you can see the places that I've been.
The stars.
Yes, indeed. Now, when I came here, there was so much
Oh.
gas and stuff above the waters that I came here loudly, and so someone came to investigate, and those people did not survive down here. I'm using one of their heads to speak to you right now. But I am from elsewhere. I don't know exactly how to tell you what I am, but I've seen what's coming, and I brought some power here, and I've been trying to help, and this is what you've seen so far. Yeah,
Can
that's
I open my star map and ask him to or ask them to show me where they're from?
yes. With your star map, when you open it, it goes, that is a good representation of what you can see from this place in the grand cosmos I come from, and it shows you a point that's like kind of far beyond your stars. It's pretty far out there, but it looks like it's actually. Let me pull one thing up really quick. I had an idea just now. Where do I? Yes, here it is. Okay, give me 1 second to reference something. It's loading. It's loading. It looks like it comes somewhere from the constellation that is it looks like it comes kind of near a star that's part of the Eye of Hithlin constellation. And it also, as you're looking at that on the stars, it says, yes, there were some anomalies I did not account for. My trajectory was off. I was trying to reach a place that these crabs have heard tale of from the fish. It's called the Dread Keep, but I did not calculate my trajectory right, and that's why I'm here now instead.
I believe we've heard of this before.
Yeah, you guys would have all heard stories of it. It's
Yeah.
a very ancient fortress kind of in the northwest of Jir'Haniya, and no one's ever set foot inside, or at least no one with any real claims to. It has massive walls. It's said to have been made like tens of thousands of years before. There's all kinds of rumors of what's inside, but no one's ever been inside, and you're not sure what's in there.
We've heard of it, I believe.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like
You definitely have.
Yeah. He
I think
tells us
Hirgon might have mentioned it in
one
a
of the
prophecy.
one of the vestiges in the mound told us. He warns us to turn back. He tells us about the Dread Keep and had attempted to study it, but it's impenetrable.
Yeah.
We might be able to destroy. We might be able to destroy the magical items there from the mound, is what it says here.
So that's already something that's kind of on our radar.
Yes, the being you're interacting with says, yes, I wish I had reached the Dread Keep instead, but I'm making do with having landed here.
Do the terms Star Reader or Star Marshal mean anything to you?
No.
Okay. Well, because Hirgon was a marshal who like had Star Readers go out and like tell people like prophecies that he's heard of things that are coming. So like I'm wondering if it reached beyond that, like if maybe this thing was also like someone sent out to warn us.
Hey,
No, my only knowledge of this place was that I know that some of the ancient ones used to roam here, but when I looked, I saw something coming from this place that you hear called the Dread Keep. That's what I was trying to link up with, but it did not work out.
Hey, Josh, I have a quick question for you.
Yes.
Just thinking about the Wretched Riders, what was their designation? Were they undead? Were they extraplanar? Do we have any idea what they were?
They were humanoid. Nothing beyond that. They were not extraplanar. They were not undead. They were not fey or celestial.
Just
not aberrations.
humanoid.
They were not demons. Yeah. It is safe to presume that they were potentially people from Jir'Haniya.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Well, the only reason we've got you on our radar is because you've been causing a stir down here, which has been affecting things. I understand that you want to progress the strong for survival, but if you're saying that time is of the essence, then I don't think that you have annihilating smaller beings isn't going to be enough. And in the event that we do survive, there's no sense in annihilating a species that didn't have to be.
Very well. I'm simply following my directive and doing the best with what I could since my destination was not reached.
Your directive from who?
I don't know how to explain that. I don't think I have the answer to that.
Is there more of you?
If you're inhabiting this head, can you are you inhabiting it or are you controlling it? Because if you need to get to the Dreadkeep, it's on our radar.
I don't know if you could bring me there. I'm very heavy.
How so? Are you so you're not in our vicinity?
I'm close to you, but I'm using this head to communicate, like the roots of a plant tendrils, but I'm close, but I'm underneath some of this, would you call it rock, dirt? I'm probably a couple meters below the surface from where you're standing right now.
You're heavy. I don't know. I mean, I like kind of like look at everybody else like
Much of me
the
was stripped
planet.
away upon getting here. No, I'm not
Okay.
a world. Much of me was stripped away upon getting here, but
Like a meteorite.
but you still have
Yeah.
but you still have a purpose in the Dreadkeep.
I think so. That's what my directive was.
Quick, Ermo, start digging.
Yeah, I try to pick him up.
Yeah, would detect magic help me find him? Like, or would he help us?
Yeah, with detect magic, if you look a little bit further, you can see that about 3 meters, so about 15 feet below the surface, there's a very large radiating magical signature, but it would be kind of hard to dig down there, but it's there.
Oh, okay.
What do you guys think? Do we
We don't have a way of transporting
could you
this
reduce
thing.
it?
I don't know if it would last, but I could reduce it for a time.
What about through the tablet?
That's always an option, but again, we don't know if it's going to be permanent. We haven't used the tablet since we left the mound.
We used it once.
But we were still in the mound.
Oh, we were. That's true.
We were like, we were technically inside.
Yeah, not since we left the mound have we used it. We haven't had need of it.
Yeah. Which is wild. Like, used it nonstop in the mound. Now we're like, meh.
Because we were being chased by big things.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah,
is there a spell that we could use to dig it out?
I'm just doing one quick thing.
Does it need to? I guess I would ask, like, do you need to be whole to like? Could we take a part of you, and would you still be able to? I know you've been stripped away enough as it is, but what do you want to fulfill your purpose at the bottom of the ocean?
No, I do not.
If we could chip
I don't know how to separate myself from what remains. I can try to understand, searching into this Fey one's mind, exactly how much it would take to move me, and I fear it is outside of your capabilities.
I hold out. I go in my pack. I pull out what is now probably a very messy and sloppy goblin head.
But that would still just be the projection of its consciousness.
But not as terrifying as walking around with a mind flare head.
Yes.
And I'm just like, eh?
Are you gonna?
So suddenly the goblin, like, its eyes turn and it looks at you and it goes, yes, I can use this vessel as well, but I fear that my reach has its limits. Unless you can
just look at it and go,
me.
That's disturbing.
Would this thing be constituted as a creature in its physical form that it is if it's a big? No.
No, monstrosity. Well, no, I don't know.
I'm like, because I could cast water walk on it and it would come out of the water.
Who knows? I think we have to leave it here, folks.
Yeah,
fine. When you say you will help us evolve, what does that look like? Giving us power?
I'm not sure. I haven't transferred any of my power to these small creatures. I've simply armed them with knowledge and purpose, and then weapon designs came from elsewhere. How fortuitous! But I have not transferred
Verkus
my
glares
power.
at Kastan and Tide.
Kastan is completely oblivious to it.
If I were to transfer my power into the full review, I don't know exactly what that would do.
Would it change us physically?
It might. Depending on your strength of purpose, maybe you could even control how it affected you, but we're all speaking in hypotheticals right now. I honestly don't know.
Verkus. So I look at everyone and I pull out the void dagger. And I say,
and it goes, that is a strong object. Where did you come upon that?
Don't you worry about that. You three. If this goes wrong, we have a do-over.
We should agree on a word that we all know, that if you have reversed time, you just say it, and we're like, oh.
Come
Pineapple.
That way we just are aware. Pineapple.
And we'll trust you beyond a shadow of a doubt with what happens in the next 5 minutes.
That's fair.
Okay, yeah, I'm down.
Verkus is just like staring at the dagger and like, didn't want to use this, but
This is
Oh my
Verkus's
God.
extreme version of quick save, quick load.
quick save, quick save, quick save, quick save, quick save,
Quick
quick
save.
save.
Frequently.
F5, 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 F5.
I mean, if this thing, because if it has a purpose in the mound, not in the mountain, this new keep that is just another thing of the list of things we need to go to. Yeah, if we can't move it, it seems like we're gonna.
A light suddenly shines upon Eremos coming from on high. Heavenly light bathes his visage.
Can you project yourself into an item?
Curious. I could. I think a living thing might be more receptive to it, but I can go and do a thing as well.
Because then we could bring you to the mound.
I fear that
What
some
if we
of
were
my
to use
Not
Well, the
the mound,
mound
the
is
keep.
kind of
The keep.
yeah.
The keep,
yeah,
yeah.
the dread keep.
I was gonna say I think the mound's pretty much in.
Yeah, sorry, I meant the keep.
Okay.
And don't forget
just been
the
at the mountain
fortress
so
that you
long.
guys went to with the man and his birds.
I was so mad about that.
That was awesome.
Of
That was
course, this
funny.
little woods cabin.
So the being you're speaking with does say, I fear that some of my power's potency would be lost in the transfer if I were to go into an item, but whatever you all think is best. I see from your images and speaking with you, the images of your memory, that you are probably better vessels than these crabs were. If I must work in desperation, I suppose a higher risk yielding a higher potential of victory is worth it.
We did see a little bit of the mutation on these crabs from its influence.
Mostly
Yes,
they
I
don't
was able to
speak
do that
English.
without siphoning my power to increase some of them, but I could do something similar to you if you'd like, or just have more innate power go into your minds.
I'd rather the innate. I'd rather not.
I like
that.
my appearance.
Yeah.
Do we want to try? Yeah, we do have a
Yeah,
redo
save, quick
if
load.
it goes if it goes badly.
Mhm.
Please summon all the crabs so they witness this
Yes.
power transference.
He
Agreed.
goes, very well. And you see a little like pulse kind of move some of the dirt near the little head there, and after a few seconds, you do see crabs start coming out of the vines, a bunch of them, and they're kind of chittering like, oh my goodness, what's happening? He's talking to the overworlders. I heard the army's been destroyed. What's happening? What's happening? There's just a bunch of nervous things, and you guys do get surrounded slowly by a swarm of like at least 150 crabs.
And
Not even
attack.
worried about it.
And fireball.
It's time for vengeance. Cool. So we have all these crabs here now. I guess since I can talk to them, I'll just quickly explain to the crabs. Be like, we have spoken with your Awakener, and we have struck a deal. Moving forward, we take on your cause.
Hang on, sorry, I
Your
got a cat
war
and
is-
cord situation.
You're
Oh,
good.
Your war is over. Leave the turtles and let it be done.
the crabs kind of chitter and they go, "Wait, is this really happening? Is this really happening?" And the speaking head of the Awakener goes, "Yes, crabs, listen to these beings. They are your new masters."
But I feel like as Castan, I just wouldn't choose to end the life of a being that seems to be wanting to help. Like, I feel like he would just immediately buy them. Oh, you're trying to help. Okay. Your actions are misguided, but your intentions are good. So maybe I can assist you and therefore guide you in a way that won't necessarily cause harm to everything around you. Similar to the approach that we took with the dude training the birds to kill for the watched one.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm happy to, like, before we do anything, like, really commit to it. Like, say, I can just ask it, like, what is your true goal here? Something along those lines, and then I can do an insight check to his answer, because I had a 7 to my insight.
Nice. Yeah, go for it. Ask it what you want. It goes,
You do
"Why
guidance.
do you all hesitate? Do you want my power or not?"
Before we take your power, what is your goal?
The preservation of sentient life in this
By-
cosmos.
By what means?
Any means.
Insight.
Roll it.
And is this with guidance?
Yeah.
What are you doing? 24.
With a 24, it seems like it's being genuine.
Do you want...
You believe that it would do anything to preserve life, even if that means culling some other life. So it's dangerous, but it's being upfront about its goals with you.
If your goal is to preserve life and we become, in a sense, your heralds, what does that do to us? What does that mean for us?
You'll be continuing the cause of life surviving in this unforgiving cosmos.
Insight?
Roll it. Sorry, I'm no longer playing hands-free, as you guys can see currently, but it's protecting the cords. So
22.
With the 22, it seems like it's being upfront. You get a sense that this thing is dangerously apathetic to all things living. Its only goal is to keep living things surviving in the universe. It doesn't have any concerns about eradicating certain life.
Monday night.
Monday night?
Yeah. Sorry.
You're good.
You're good.
Yeah, so you get the sense that this thing is not, like, it doesn't care about life being fulfilling or happy or comforted. It just wants life to keep continuing. That's like its very narrow, rigid goal.
Very benign. It doesn't sound dangerous at all.
Very apathetic.
Will this alter how we view life?
I think you should retain your views since you are already a living being. I think you would only take on some of my power.
What would you expect of us?
Find out what's coming and stop it by any means necessary. He
Insight?
says over a tiny little cat. Yeah, roll insight, please. Trying to be all
Must be
menacing while I
protecting your
hold this little guy. Hey, stop messing with the cord.
Squid right here, just giving you guidance
Little
every couple of
squid.
seconds.
Yeah.
Hi, little squid.
19.
With a 19, you're pretty sure he's being truthful about you guys not having your minds affected per se.
I think it seems to.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I have my dagger. I have my dagger in my right hand, just in case.
We're within 10 feet of the paladin.
Yeah.
Where would you stab yourself? Well, to it.
Because this is so it's a critical hit no matter what when I stab myself. I would honestly, I feel like it's something where it's like I have to do the chest, like miss the heart, but do the chest.
That's how I always pictured it, like a
yeah. But just like that
don't know
piece
how
where
damaging that is.
I know how damaging it is. I'm like
very, very Juliet.
yes. I'm like
Bless
it's that
them.
or but I just feel like if I stab myself in the thigh, like I don't know if that would actually like be enough of a sacrifice.
Only your leg
That's
goes
fair.
back in time.
Yeah.
The rest of you.
Oh my
You take all
from
this
your
damage, but it
socket.
doesn't work.
Right. That's kind of my thought. Is like it actually has to be like a harrowing experience.
Hey, don't
Okay.
take it. Okay. Sorry, I'm dealing with a particularly
Guidance doesn't
tenacious
help.
squid here.
Guidance doesn't help saving throw. Do we have bless?
I do. It only lasts for a minute, but if we're fighting, I can do it. Otherwise, my orb protection adds 5 to saving throws.
Yeah. I mean, if once it starts doing its thing, like
I don't think we need bless just yet. I think that's
No.
something that we can use if it comes to it, and that would
okay.
definitely be up to Eremos as to when.
Did the Awakener say there's going to be some kind of challenge to prove that we're worthy of his power? I thought that's what he was saying earlier.
He spoke of it earlier, but now it seems like he's not going to throw that at you guys.
I think
based
we
on
proved
everything you've said.
ourselves. Yeah.
Unless you guys want to combat real quick. I think you guys have convinced him pretty rousingly.
It's what we do. It's the friends or corpse approach.
Effective. Effective. So
Friends or corpse. Fuck.
the being kind of, you all hear it say, which of you wishes to go first?
I'll go.
No.
Kastan.
The Eladrin step forward together.
Yeah. Do you want to
Could
roll
we-
for initiative to see who goes first?
I'm down.
Do it.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Okay.
Is there a way for them to give each other like the help action on their like they're comforting? They're like comforting
You
each
go.
other.
Natural 20 for 25.
I think Kastan would honestly let you go anyway. Me as a player would want to go first, but Kastan would for sure be like, no, cousin, please, after you. But we'll also look at the thing and just explain if anything bad happens, no, you are absolutely dead.
I don't know if I'm absolutely living, but I think that nothing averse will happen, as far as I can tell.
I would dig through the earth and shatter you.
I'm quite dense. I don't know that you'd be able to, but I
To
think this will
become
be
my
all
life's
right.
mission.
Verkus kind of just crosses his arms and
Cool. Verkus, you feel a bunch of energy coursing through your mind, but it feels very finite. Like you've already gotten quite powerful from your adventures and the items you've accrued. So you can kind of feel this power moving through you, and it's kind of searching for a place to rest. And you feel suddenly kind of a communion with this power where you can tell it where to go. And the way that this would translate into gameplay is with this power, you can get a one-time 1 point increase to any of your 6 characteristics.
hold on.
Yep.
Oh.
Old for real life. It happens.
All right, we have a gate to keep the dog from going downstairs when we're up here.
Makes sense.
But Rochelle is small and she keeps knocking it down.
Oh no.
That too. Anyway, sorry. So I get a one-time increase to what now?
Any of your 6 characteristics could go up by 1. So strength, dex, con, int,
Holy
wisdom, or charisma.
Yeah.
Or you can take on a feat, any feat. Or you can choose to be magically mutated like those crabs were, but to a much higher degree. And you're not exactly sure what the ramifications of that would be, but it would feel permanent. So one of those options. And all of you will get those options. So
I take the feet.
Okay.
I take the feet.
Now, quick thing, we'll edit this out. Is there a way on D&D Beyond to just add a feat, or does it have to be with a level, or is there some way we can homebrew that in? for
I
the
think
DM?
you can-
I believe you can custom add it in at any point.
You can just
have
add
to
it
go
in.
in and edit your character sheet.
Perfect.
Yep.
Great.
Or you can just go under features and traits, click feats, and click manage feats.
Perfect.
Also,
Great. Yeah,
I'm going to. Oh,
I'm so unprepared for this choice.
I am.
as your character would be. That's perfect.
all of them that I can see on D&D Beyond are the ones that you own, right?
Yeah, because you guys are in the campaign with content sharing enabled. Yes.
Just make
Yeah, there's a lot of choices.
If
Yeah, I wanna
there's
make sure.
one that I don't have, let me know and I can pick it up for other campaigns and for this one. So if I buy an individual feed, it's like $1.99. So I got you guys.
I see.
And now that I have my soul prop for all my business expenses, it falls under that. So because I have some games where people pay me to DM, and then I have ones I do for charity, and then
Yeah.
I lump my podcast and my writing in. So I'm actually getting flown out to Chicago next month for a play to review it as Nerds and Friends by one of the actors in that show. So
Yes.
very exciting. So I've never done like opening night preview review of a play of an off-Broadway
Oh my
play.
god!
So,
Okay, so September in Chicago. If you have time, do the boat tour.
it'll be end of October actually next month. So, but yeah, I'm
Okay,
excited.
okay, yeah. Do the
Yes,
boat
starring
tour
Rochelle.
for sure. Actually, it might be too cold by then.
Yeah, I've never been to Chicago, so my parents met there, so they've been giving me like a million destinations to go to, and I'm like, I'm gonna choose like 2 of those because I'm only there for
Oh my
like 4
God.
days. But yeah, so
I'm from
excited.
there. I will also
Oh,
give you recommendations. We'll talk
Sweet.
later.
Awesome, I'm excited.
Oh, this makes me so happy. As the power courses through me, I sigh, and as I do, draconic wings span from my back as I take gift of the metallic dragon.
Ooh.
And I can manifest wings to protect my friends.
Whoa, that's awesome. Do they have flight ability?
No.
No, it's a really cool reaction that you get though. Like,
yeah.
When
Well,
you
I mean,
do
that's
it
like
as
stats goes up by
it's
one.
like
too.
in the Marvel movies when Falcon can deploy his wings and like shield people from bullets and stuff. I picture that, but fantasy.
Oh, and I also right, and it also increases either charisma, wisdom, or intelligence by 1.
Ooh, which one do you choose?
I don't know. It's either going to be charisma or wisdom. I think I'm going to go wisdom.
Nice.
You hear the being go, a wise decision.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, funny.
And you're like, never mind.
It's just what my spell casting modifier for my, because I also gain the ability to cast Cure Wounds once a day.
Oh, heck yeah, that's awesome.
So I'll be able to cast Cure Wounds with my Wisdom modifier, which is a +4.
Nice, that's great.
Perfect.
I also took this feat with a Draco Warden Ranger that I was playing.
Nice.
That
is cool. Awesome.
Perfect.
Well, so, Verkus, as you feel this power release into you, the being looks at Castan and goes, "Are you next, tenacious one?"
My next. I'm not ready for this decision, but yes, I would. Castan would go next. Me as a person, a human being, I have no idea what I'm doing with my life.
Well, as you feel this power start moving within you and you start deciding where to go, Eremos and Tide, you also feel this being reach out and say, "Are you ready to take on the power?"
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm shopping.
I'm shopping. As you shop deep within your soul, let me know what you guys decide on. This is very fun.
Oh
They're
my
all
god, this hurts so bad.
Hurts so good. My cat is asleep right over here. He's kind of like cuddled around my cord for the webcam, but I've wrapped a t-shirt around it so he can't bite it. So he's like just right on the edge where I'm like, I'll watch him, but he's asleep. So I think we're good.
I'm going to choose randomly between mobile and shield master.
Ooh.
Oh, I think I've been.
So if it's a 1 or a 2, I'll do mobile. If it's a 3 or a 4, I'll do shield master. Sorry, go ahead, Gaston.
I'm sorry, no, I wasn't really. I was thinking out loud because I have no self-control.
Mobile.
Let's go.
Does that give you increased mobility, Eremos?
Yeah, 10 feet.
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay. I know what I'm gonna do.
Let's hear it.
Gaston is gonna take the lucky feet.
Yeah, Lucky Rock, Lucky
Nice.
Gaston. Let's go.
I love it.
So there's this cool one that I'm looking at. The problem is that it asked me to increase an ability score, but my charisma's already maxed out, and the
Okay.
rest of the feat is dependent on the on that.
Ability score modifier.
Yeah. But I would forego increasing my charisma to get the rest of these, and I wouldn't increase another thing. It's the wild talent feat, and essentially gives me like a psionic dice that starts at a d6, and every time I make an ability check or an attack roll that uses the ability that I increased. So that's the
Okay.
thing, like my charisma's maxed out anyway, but I would choose charisma. So anytime I do anything charisma ability or spell or attack,
Yeah.
I can roll that die to add on to
What's this feat called?
that wild talent.
It's an unearthed arcana.
Oh, it is an Arthurcon. Sorry, this website just shows me a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd be able
I
to add
see.
that.
Let me look. I probably can.
I've also just been shopping, so like, hold on, let me screenshot it for you.
That's what Wikidot says, unearthed arcana.
I'm looking on the side. It does say Unearthed Arcana over here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Unearthed Arcana. Which source book is that from?
Unearthed arcana is
It's-
released by Wizards. It's like playtest material.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's only
like,
online. It's probably not in D&D Beyond because it's not a finalized feat.
I bet you
Yeah.
could find it in the homebrew
You
stuff.
can homebrew it for sure.
I bet
I
there's
can
already a
build it.
homebrew template that you can add in, because I think homebrew content should be enabled for all 4 of your characters. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can build it if it's not already there. If you guys need.
I think this would
I
also go.
I gotta get a picture of my cat real quick. He's sleeping very cute.
Yeah. I think it also makes sense for the way that we got this power to like unlock this like psionic kind of ability.
I like that because there's another
Yeah.
talent that you could take later that has something to do with your psionic talent die
Mm-hmm.
that I was
Oh.
also looking at.
What's that one called?
No, I have no idea.
Perfect.
I can find it though.
But I think that would, if you would allow it, I think that one would be a cool thing for me to play with. Just give me another dice to roll, and
Yeah, no, I think that's great. So,
And Victor, it starts at a D8 because you're above 5th level.
oh, dope.
Yeah.
Does it? Oh yeah, at certain levels, it's
Mhm.
excellent. So the way that it works too is, if I roll the highest number on that dice, the dice shrinks 1 number. And if I roll the lowest on that dice, it goes up a number.
oh, that's
like-
cool.
Right, like
Okay.
it's like, oh, you did really well on it, so like your power weakens a little bit, but it's still like pretty
It's
good. And then
a stopgap, like kind of.
Mhm.
right, you're
Yeah.
like, oh, you only added 1 to it, but like next time you have an opportunity to add more. Like,
Okay, no, I dig that. That's cool. That's cool.
Oh,
I
I
dig
should have
that.
put this in the other one.
so I kind of like whatever this thing is like enters my mind, and I kind of like use that to like channel it into like I don't know, my own psychic awareness, like my own magical psychic awareness, I guess.
Yeah, you just feel like a new, like kind of like fine-tune sense of your abilities and like a little bit of extra control, and you're like, ooh, this is good.
I have a little more of a mental capacity on my magic, I think. Like I can like
Yeah.
move it, like so that it looks like I can like, just navigate it a little bit better.
So as you all feel this power rest within you, You still hear the voice of this entity, and it's speaking in your minds now. The mind flayer head has gone completely limp. Its tentacles are just kind of floating in the water. It looks very dead now, but you hear the voice in your head. It's much softer and weaker, and it goes, all right, the last of my powers is transferring into you all. I hope this works. Keep all living things alive in the cosmos. Nothing is sacred beyond that. Don't be afraid to commit any atrocity beyond it.
Oof.
We must keep life in the universe. If the void takes us, we don't know what will come of it. We may never be able to escape its grasp. Here, and suddenly you all feel in the palm of your hands a little swirl symbol that has a few kind of weird angles to it along the way, almost like little spikes. I'll draw one up later for visual reference, but you see this kind of glow on your hands and then vanish, and it goes... Oh yeah, I just thought that's where I got that from. Duh. Okay, I feel stupid now, but we can change the symbol later if we think of something cooler. But it goes, you can each summon this mark one more time in the future. I recommend you save it if you get to the Dread Keep, but if you needed an emergency elsewhere, I suppose you can do it then. Keep all life sustained in the universe. And with that, the voice goes away and you feel the power dissipate.
Activate what?
It's a mystery.
Just activate it like at random.
That's code for the DM will decide what it does when we come to
When
it.
we figure it out.
It's so mysterious that it'll give me lots of time to think of what it could be.
Gaston activates it immediately out of curiosity.
Everyone
kidding,
roll death
just kidding,
saves. No, I'm just kidding. So you guys hear the crabs chittering and they go, are you guys stronger? Do you feel different? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
We are stronger, and we were strong before. So you leave the turtles alone or fear our wrath.
I unfurl my wings.
One of the crabs steps forward and he goes, we've learned this technology of making war. What should we do with these weapons and this knowledge?
Gimme.
Turn it into non-violent
kind of
things.
His spear at you.
You take the knowledge you have of making weapons, you take that same engineering, and you create positive things for your community instead of weapons of war.
Like we can mine and build big crystals to focus the magic and subjugate others? Like that?
No more subjugation.
No.
Subjugation is not on the table anymore. We will come back if that's what we're hearing is happening.
Okay.
You can research and pursue knowledge for the sake and interest of understanding and learning.
Another crowd goes, but what do we do with that knowledge? If we know more than others, should we not make them work for us at no choice of their own?
You should not.
You
What
better
you
the
could
community.
do instead is you could protect and collect that knowledge in one place and share it with any who venture to you.
Okay. We
Become
shall make
keepers and teachers of the knowledge you uncover.
One of the crabs steps forward and goes, I, as one of the descendants of the great lineage of the arch crabs of old, declare that we shall make a giant university to commemorate our short-lived alliance and our new mission to seek knowledge. What shall we call this university?
Shelvered.
Shelvered it shall be.
Your mascot must be a Krusty Krab.
Why would our mascot be a crusty one of us?
It makes us giggle up in the surface realm.
And his name will be Mr. Krabs.
Very well. As long as you bring us beef that we may make fine sandwiches or burgers.
Who taught them about burgers?
Yeah, where did
I'm leaning into the SpongeBob reference to Krabby Patties.
Let's be real. The
You
secret
should have stopped
ingredient,
at butter.
the secret ingredient is crab meat.
Yeah. We don't talk about that, but
And with that, I will cast Water Walk on us all, and that shoots us up to the surface.
don't you want to go tell the turtles they're safe now?
Yes,
But we have
absolutely.
to. But we are 500 feet
Oh yes,
further
that's true.
down.
So
So we can like
Oh.
go up, walk out of and then come back into the water.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Well, you were able to go and meet with the turtles, and
these crabs
Sorry,
watch us fly.
We are gods to them now.
What do we do with this knowledge? Keep it, protect it, change your whole lives.
Do good for your community. I know.
It's not a gentle
Before-
thing.
before I-
rocketing.
Or we will return.
You have no idea how tempted I am to have like just my cast off armor just come off as we do that. And then we just get, and it's just like, oh, they were raptured.
It's not worth it. You would lose that armor.
No, I know. I wouldn't
He's
do
like,
that.
worth it for the story.
You're worth it. Just go back to the turtles buck naked. Just
It's just your dagger sheaths covering.
hey, I'm modest. My short sword sheath, not the dagger.
It's a very short sword.
The water's cold, okay?
I'm fine.
well, as you guys have much laughter on the way to the reef to bring tidings of your great victory to the turtles, whom you have saved as a people, you do arrive, and as you shout the words "Dalatina," the turtles flutter out of their hiding place and go, "Are we safe? Did you do it?"
He surely did.
Thank you.
Gaston is laughing for sure. Just how ridiculous that was. He's very much entertained. He's like, good one, Tide. That was enjoyable. We should do that more often.
It's my favorite way to surface.
If we can do that next time we're in Critterton, honestly, they already think we're superhero savior gods anyway.
Shot straight up.
No, superhero.
Very quickly.
God saviors.
God saviors. That's it. I'm like, the order of that was wrong.
Well, the turtles go, "How could we ever repay you for saving us? We were sure that these were our final days under the sea."
Learn to protect yourselves and protect others.
Can you teach us how to build weapons and armor so we can defend ourselves?
Absolutely not. No, we truly can't do that.
Don't draw these up? Okay.
And thus we have created the turtle race.
The crabs already have it. At this point, it's really just like, does it matter? But I don't think
did you kill all the crabs, or do you think they've become peaceful again? Will they?
We have instructed them to pursue knowledge
and be peaceful.
So you should be safe from them. Should you decide to broker your own peace, that is your decision. But I feel like we've interfered probably enough as it is.
No, you saved us. Thank you. We don't really need to seek knowledge. We have a pretty peaceful, happy life here. So I think we'll just continue swimming around our reef and have this be our home. And if we're safe, we don't need to
just commit to promoting that way of peace.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, you get it. Absolutely.
What does ignorance mean?
Turtle motto.
Wow.
The turtle goes, "Yes, exactly. You get it." Yeah.
And then we walk out of there.
They start doing little dances around you, swimming through the water like, "We're safe. We're happy. We're safe."
Kingdom Hearts.
I've never played Kingdom Hearts, but sure.
Okay.
Oh.
You'd like it.
Yeah, I should check it out. Okay.
Not sponsored.
That's what Disney.
Oh my God.
They will shut this down.
Well, this is we will end the episode. We will go to continue with you guys surfacing victorious from the ocean, and then on the next Adventures of Jir'Haniya, officially sponsored by Disney and Larian Studios, we will continue the adventure of Castan and Verkus and Tide and Eremos.
The Fated Four.
The Fated Four.
The Fated Four.
And not the buttery beings, or what was
Not
it?
the buttery beings.
You never know.
Could we say that at this point we've had a long rest, or
I don't think we've had
Well,
a chance to long rest just
I think
yet. We're still in
it's
the middle of the ocean.
Right.
I figure on the next episode we would start out back at the inn in Dinlower, where you guys have come back, had a long rest, and you're waiting for a ship to arrive. So I'd say you could take a long rest now, and we'll start the next session where you guys are having breakfast the next day, talking about your victory.
Just
Sounds
sopping wet.
Just
Perfect.
soaked.
Perfect.
I'm sure one of you can magically prestidigitation some towels, maybe, or something.
You could
I'm
press
sure I
to
can
dry
guidance a
people.
gentle breeze.
Yes. Especially, I mean,
Right.
Berkus is already naked, so he's gonna just stand in the breeze. And
I
just
did
dry off.
not actually
I
leave
know.
my
I
armor
know.
behind.
That is not canon. That is not canon.
So
he
You
just
could definitely
imagined
cast it off when we get to the surface, and then just like carry it with you to air dry it.
Yeah.
so we'll be leveled up for next episode then.
Yep.
Yes, you will. Yes,
Cool.
you will. Which fits narratively with taking on that being's power, so it works.
Nice.
Defeating, we did defeat it. It just stopped doing what it was doing.
Exactly. That's where you guys got that XP from. So
Which is wild for anyone who hasn't multi-classed, which is I think everyone. So you all get 2 feats except for me, or you get another feat.
At 7? No, we don't.
No, not at 7.
Oh no, I thought we were level 8. No, don't listen to me.
Well,
No,
level
we're gonna
8
be
we
level
don't.
7.
Do we get one at 8 too? I thought it was just fighters.
Yeah, 8's another ability square
It's
improvement. No,
6.
fighters
Okay.
get it at 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Every other level until like 20.
What was the thing? I'm like, do I want to start multi-classing, or do I just want to keep going down the sorcerer?
Both is good.
Fine.
Both is good.
Yeah.
Multi-class, Deeps, Warlock. We can make it make sense right now.
My
Mhm.
Warlock.
cat's having a dream. He's twitching in his sleep.
Aw.
Oh my god, I love that.
All right. I'll see you guys next time.
Yes,
See
this
y'all.
was a great session, guys. See you next time in the Adventures in Jir'Haniya.